I relish these opportunities because we're in the playoffs. You know, young or old, you should always relish these opportunities. You know, last week I was asked if it was going to be my last game. My concern is playing now and playing beyond this season. You know, I appreciate the question, but you know, I'm focused on this season and the seasons after.
Cam, a lot of guys that you were talking about the locker room re-entry. Do you feel like it is? I mean, I know it's a new season, but do you feel like something new is happening here?
Everybody starts with a 0-0 record, and you know, all you want to do is qualify for the playoffs, and then all bets are off. You know, I think for the group, we've made mistakes throughout the year, but you know, for us, it's just winning one game at a time, single elimination. Right now, your record doesn't speak for itself anymore. It only speaks for you know, setting up a tournament.
Cam, what do you like about your group right now that makes you feel like you can make a run in the playoffs?
We got depth. We got a lot of hungry dudes that are just, you know, relishing this opportunity. We can create turnovers, and we're excited for this moment. You know, I think on offense we have a great group that's growing, and we like where we're trending.
Yeah, can you speak to that hunger a little bit? It's been a minute since you guys have been in. It's been a while since you've
Yeah, a lot of guys don't have to speak for it because they haven't been here. But the guys who have been here, we own that. It's a new season, and you know, we're just ready for this opportunity, man. We understand it's not given to us. We've earned it, and it's an opportunity for us to go out there and play some good ball.
That depth that you spoke of, a lot of it on this team is veteran depth.
Yeah.
Mike has been there, or likes to say the next man up. Is it different when the next man up is a veteran guy that you know what you're going to get out of him?
I think it's a mixture of veteran and, you know, young guy depth. Outside linebackers, you got Marcus Golden, Nick Herbert. Defensive line, you got guys like Armand Watts. You got Keanu Benton. You know, you got Mon Adams. You know, safety-wise, I know we got Minka back, and you know, you got Ero, you got Casey, but also a guy like Trenton Thompson. You know, I think it's a mixture of young and old, and I think on defense, we've played so many different ways this year. I think it really benefits the group.
What's the secret to going on the road and winning the playoffs?
Not caring where we go. You know, the secret is we got to be at our best.
What does being a 10-point underdog do for the mindset of this team?
We don't really care about 10-point underdogs. You know, that's for Vegas and all the other naysayers out there. We just, man, we're excited to be in this opportunity. We understand that, you know, the 10-point underdog doesn't decide the game. It's in between the lines, and it's a team that executes, it's a team that wins the turnover battle, it's a team that wins the rushing battle. Those are the things that matter. The 10-point underdog is just a whole lot of nonsense to us.
But doesn't the ability to shock the world, doesn't that make you play looser?
The ability to just play football, that's enough for me. You know, when we play loose, we play at our best. You know, we don't need somebody to say we're not this or that. We don't need you to ride with us or not. And we're just excited for this opportunity. We got a great group of guys that, man, are just salivating this opportunity to play some good ball.
Josh Allen specifically, what are the challenges that he poses, not only through the air but on the ground?
You know, he's like a taller running back. He runs downhill. He's got strong legs, can make guys miss. The threat of the pass along with the run in his hands is just always, you always got to have your radar and your eyes up. And it's got to be gang tackling. You know, we're not asking our DBs to just go out there and tackle. D-line's got to run, linebackers got to finish, and there's got to be a meeting at the quarterback.
Cam, you've seen him and them a lot these last few years. What stands out to you about this version of their team?
You know, I think there's a bigger commitment to the run game. You know, Cook is having a heck of a season, over 1,000 yards. And I think having that balance between Cook and, you know, Josh has been huge. Obviously, you know, Diggs is Diggs. And then, you know, the emergence of both of those tight ends they really get after it. So, and the other thing that really sticks out, they don't have a lot of injuries on the offensive line. You know, that is the one thing that you really don't expect. Everybody's dealing with injuries, but their offensive line has stayed intact. They've been good because of it. But, you know, we're trying to challenge all of that on all fronts.
Cam, what have you seen specifically from Marcus Golden and how he's handled the role?
One, Marcus always brings energy. He's a guy that, you know, understands his role, but is ready for his moments. And, you know, a clear example is the Colts game. We were down, but Marcus never stopped playing with energy. But he provides a leadership in the room of how to be a veteran and how to do a lot of things under the radar. He can be stout in the run game, runs great pass rush moves and stunts. So, you know, we're very fortunate to have a guy like that that's going to have a great opportunity this week, him and Nick Herbig, to really seize that left side.
Yeah. Did you like practicing over at the stadium today? Did you change of pace?
Is that a real question, or are you just?
Well, no, I was asking. Like, did you like practicing over there today?
It was cool, just to be in the stadium and whatnot, but it was different because we had to scramble to get everything over there, so it was a little unusual, but, you know, we were still able to get our work in.
Are you worried about the weather conditions up in Buffalo? I know you played in maybe one of the worst atmospheres in Baltimore, and now could potentially be something similar.
Yeah, I seen the weather. It's gonna be bad. I just look at it as like me playing in college again, being up in Toledo. You know, I've experienced some of that weather before, so it's like I'm used to it. So I know what to expect.
Does it help you? You think that you guys are just coming off of a rain game? I mean, it kind of feels like no matter what happens Sunday, you've at least had that experience.
I would say yeah. I mean, because Coach T, you know, always puts us in those positions where we get the experience, like the conditions outside. He doesn't like shy away from that. So when we get in those moments, he expects us to excel. You know what I'm saying? Like as we would be at practice. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we've been in there, we've been training and preparing, and come Sunday, they won't bother us.
Diontae, what's the confidence level of this group heading up there?
It's high. You know what I'm saying? I feel real good about this week. I feel like we got a great game plan. You know what I'm saying? They got a great defense over there. You can't take nothing from them. Their D-line is real good, and they back end respond off them. So we just got to make sure we're doing our job and come out there with great energy. And we got to win the line of scrimmage. That's what's going to determine who's going to win the game. At the line of scrimmage. You know, I feel like we're going to come out on top.
You mentioned their defense. What specifically, especially their secondary, do they do that's really challenging for you guys?
They're just real sound. You know, they've been around each other a little bit. You know, I see they got like a few linebackers that's new to the pack and whatnot. So you know, they're just adding in to the experience and whatnot. But like I said, they got a great back end. Micah and Warrior back there. So we can't go out there just loafing. I don't think we're just gonna run them over. But as long as we stick to our scheme and just play still football, we should be fine.
We can hear right now. I mean, it sounds like.
Won a playoff game. Does that add anything?
Say it again.
It's been a while since the Steelers have won a playoff game. Does that add anything into this upcoming matchup for you guys?
Like I said before, I feel real good about this week. I don't know. I just feel like this year is just different. Just our preparation, and how we just been finishing. I feel like we just gonna carry that until Sunday and throughout this week as well. So I'm not worried at all.
Since Mason got in, he's hit 3 scoring plays of over 60 yards. What's it been about his ability to hit those big plays? How has he manufactured those big plays? What elements of his game have allowed that to happen?
Just his experience of knowing where he want to go with the ball, knowing the defense. Obviously, him being able to know the defense allows him to adjust. And so I feel like he's been doing real great at that. And he's been showing and putting it on film when to make adjustments and when to, you know what I'm saying, make those key throws that we need. As long as we just continue to rally around him, I feel like he's going to keep excelling. That's going to keep the offense, together, and we're going to all move as one.
We can kind of hear it in here. There's a different energy in this room. How would you kind of describe just the energy and the vibe around this team going into this playoff game, especially compared to where you guys were maybe even a month ago?
I feel like everybody got great energy, Nobody was expecting us to be here, obviously, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, for us to overcome all that stuff we've been through this year, you know what I'm saying, it's great, you know what I'm saying, because that shows that we still together, we stick together with one another, and we chasing this goal, and we taking it one day at a time and just trying to win. That's all it is, and everybody got that attitude, and they show it. The vets doing a great job around just being great leaders. So that's what we need. You know, I feel like everybody's been doing that all year.
I mean, you guys, I think, are pretty significant underdogs in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
That combined with people not thinking you would be there, how much is that a motivating factor going into the game?
They gonna count us out regardless, because we just the Steelers and they the Bills, and you know what I'm saying. This is politics, so you can't really feed into it. Just go out there and play your game. Let your game do the talking. That's all you need to worry about. All the other stuff don't really matter. It's what happens, what's going on between them lines that matters at the end of the day.
Seems like there's been more opportunities for run after the catch yardage for you guys in the last 3 weeks too. What has played into that?
Just repetition at practice. You know, carrying over to the game. Just making a little repetition. Like it's second nature to you. So when you get in those situations, it comes natural to you. So when you practicing little moves at practice, when you catching the ball coming out the breaks, practicing getting a yak, like Coach T said, getting that yak, protecting the ball, because you know they're a real good fundamental team and getting the ball out as well. So we just making sure we holding on to the ball, staying in front of the chains, and just making our plays. So.
Diontae, you played up there a few times. What's it like playing in that stadium when it's windy out?
Oh, it's loud. From what I remember, it's loud. It's cold. The atmosphere is great. So you just really got to lock in and not really trying to listen to it, but also enjoying it at the same time.
What's your message to some of the guys who've never been on a stage before?
Just act like you've been here before. I mean, it's just like any other game in the NFL, but it counts even more. So, you know what I'm saying? We was winner, go home. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to do nothing that you haven't done before that got you to this point. Just be yourself. Don't try to do something, like I said, do something that's not you. Just be you. And that's all that matters. You're going to be fine. Don't try to overdo everything. Just come out there and just play comfortable.
Do you do anything different as far as gloves or anything like that for when the weather is bad?
I switch gloves every quarter, so yeah. If it's raining, I'm gonna wear like the rain gloves, or depending on how cold it is, I wear the thicker gloves or whatever for the cold. But depending on how the weather is, I'm probably gonna wear the cold gloves. But it don't really matter which ones.
Why do you switch gloves every quarter?
It's just something I do. I don't like wearing the same glove throughout the whole game. It's just I don't know. It's just something I've been doing. I just feel like I gotta have a new set of gloves every quarter.
When did you start that?
Last one.
Since my third year. It's been going on. I got a lot of gloves in my locker.